Construction hiring expected to rise. Polling shows Americans dislike higher taxes for roads. Commuting in the U.S. costs thousands annually. The effect of new asphalt industry techniques on the economy. That and more on Construction News Tracker, brought to you by Caterpillar and produced by 4constructionpros.com. March saw construction employment numbers increase in 30 states, according to AGC, most of it in the residential market, while infrastructure and public building projects continue soft. The Northeast saw the biggest expansion, a likely result of Hurricane Sandy rebuilding, while Florida and Arkansas also saw growth. Meanwhile, the National Association for Business Economics is posting results of a new poll that indicates 40% of businesses plan increased hiring in the next 6 months. Caterpillar is facing a challenge as a result of soft mining equipment sales. First quarter results just reported show a decline of some 50% in the segment and is causing the company to revise the 2013 revenue outlook downward, largely due to its acquisition last year of Bucyrus Erie. ARTBA claims the value of U.S. transportation projects amounts to 2.25% of GDP, or $354 billion annually. That's larger than the GDP of 153 world nations. ARTBA has developed an online map of economic study, the work of Dr. Allison Primo Black, at the website transportationcreatesjobs.org. Meanwhile, the latest Gallup poll claims 2/3 of Americans would vote against a 20-cent a gallon gas tax for infrastructure. Broken down by region, taxpayers in the Midwest and South are particularly opposed, while eastern and western state residents are more likely to approve the idea. 17 states have recently approved or are considering gas tax increases. Now, tie that Gallup poll result with the latest survey by AAA, the American Automobile Association. It claims driving costs for the average U.S. commuter is more than $9,100 annually, 61 cents a mile for a sedan owner and 77 cents a mile for SUV owners. That includes insurance, repairs, tires, gas, and the cost of ownership, and based on 15,000 miles driven in a year. It's pretty obvious that nearly everyone supports highway and infrastructure improvements, but nobody wants to pay for them. Continuing on this rubber meets the road theme, the National Asphalt Pavement Association, in partnership with the Federal Highway Administration, reports recent sustainable construction practices have saved taxpayers over $2 billion, mostly the result of energy-saving warm mix technologies and expanded reclaimed materials. The use of RAP and RAS resulted in a saving of 21 million barrels of liquid binder in 2011 alone. We bet you didn't know that there's a research project underway at the Lawrence Berkeley Labs in California. Along with the Heat Island Group, various types of colors and shades of asphalt are being used to determine their coolness as it relates to air temperature and air quality. Benjamin Dandel says the results are very interesting.
So by reflecting more sunlight than traditional paved surfaces, they're able to absorb less heat from the sun and keep cities and communities cooler.
Conventional asphalt has only a 5% reflectance, while the projects being tested range from 30 to 50% reflectance. Central Iowa is becoming a hub of social networking. Facebook says it'll build 3 buildings each with 500,000 square feet of data center at Altoona, Iowa, a Des Moines suburb. Later this year, an area with access for wind power site joins those of Microsoft and Google, already operating. In closing, if you think you're too small to be effective, you have never been in a dark room with a mosquito. This is Construction News Tracker, watching out for the industry that makes the world a better place. Brought to you by Caterpillar and produced by 4constructionpros.com. Reach us anytime at facebook.com/4constructionpros or at Twitter, where you can leave a comment or share us with friends using hashtag Construction News, as the streaming web never ends.